What up, YouTube? I've been telling y'all that 2024 is a great year to be a sneakerhead, and I'm back with more proof. Today I have two very clean examples that I recently picked up, both for under retail. Hang out with me for a few minutes, I'll quickly explain Fear of God, I'll do a full side-by-side comparison on both pairs, and I'll also swap in their optional laces to see how that looks. Okay, let's get started. I copped a bunch of new pairs this year, all at or under retail, but I still wanted a couple pairs for more grown-up situations. In those cases, I usually go to my Saucony Jazz pairs or my Clarks. Anyway, I randomly came across these two Adidas Fear of God Athletics collabs that, to be honest, I didn't even know they dropped, but from the pics, they were almost exactly what I was looking for. They're low-key and unassuming. I found out these dropped in 2023, and it's Fear of God Athletics' first stab at Adidas shoes. They released these two pairs in a few colorways, all very nice in my opinion. They also released some basketball shoes and I think a pair of slides. The first pair they dropped were these 86 lows, which are based off the classic Rivalry Low basketball shoe released in 1986. A bit later, they dropped these LA runners that were inspired by the LA trainer. I guess I could see that. Let's quickly talk about Fear of God. I promise I'll move fast, then we'll run through these kicks, but before I do, please drop a like and please subscribe. Thank you. So Fear of God is a luxury American fashion brand that blends high fashion and streetwear styles together. The company was founded in Los Angeles in 2013 by a guy named Jerry Lorenzo. They've done some cool stuff in the past with companies like Nike and Vans. Then a few years back, they teamed up with Adidas and created a line called Fear of God Athletics, which is luxury athletic wear, and it is not cheap. That being said, Fear of God also has a more relatively affordable line called Essentials, which is really popular. I like a lot of their stuff and the quality seems nice, but to be honest, I was never loose off this brand, and as I mentioned, I didn't even know these dropped until I found them sitting online. But I'm glad I did because both pairs are fire, and I will explain why. Starting with the box, both came packaged very nicely in this greenish light pewter colored box within another box. All of the shoe information is on the outer shell, so when you pull them out, the inner boxes are super clean. Both have the Fear of God Athletics 3-stripe raised off the top. This logo is Jerry Lorenzo's take on the Adidas 3-stripe logo. Another detail is this raised Adidas logo on the front of the box in the same color. It's all very tastefully done. When you open up either box, you have Adidas and Fear of God co-branded tissue paper that's really hard to see. Pulling the kicks out, you can see that both pairs are good quality, but I immediately noticed the 86 lows are heavier than the runners, which makes sense considering there's a lot more suede and rubber on this pair. So let's talk about cost. The LA runners retailed for $170 US, and I was able to score them for only $116. The 86 lows retailed for $200 US, and I got them for $119. Now I know every luxury collab isn't always going to sell out, but this was surprising. And if it was 2 or 3 years ago, these would have been almost definitely selling out and above retail. Not 40% below retail, but that's fine with me and I'm not complaining. Let's dig into both pairs. They both came with all clay uppers. The runners are made of nylon ripstop and soft suede, and the 86 lows are pretty much entirely suede. They also came with matching clay laces wrapped in brown co-branded paper sleeves and a pair of optional cream laces. We'll get back to those cream laces in a minute, but both pairs also came with dark tan lace locks with the Fear of God Athletics logo. Unexpected, but I always love a good lace lock. In addition, they both have chunky cream-colored midsoles and the same brown insole with the Adidas logo embossed into it with the words, "The brand with 3 stripes," written in French. The outsoles are not similar at all. While the 86 lows are a classic herringbone tread, the LA runners have a very modern, transparent, wavy tread. Looking back to these chunky midsoles, you might think wearing these will give you a little extra height, but that's only half true. The LA runners will definitely give you extra height with their chunky foam sole, but despite the thick-looking midsole on the 86 lows, these are as flat as the classic pair. If you look on the medial side, you'll see that your foot actually rests halfway below the midsole, basically right where the Adidas logo is. There's very little branding on both pairs. Regarding Adidas branding, the LA runner has the 3 stripes on both sides, Adidas insole, and the small Adidas logo on the tip of the toe. Hopefully you can see that. The 86 lows also have 3 stripes on both sides, the Adidas insole, and the trefoil logo on the heel tab, and a small Adidas logo on the outer midsole. Both pairs have a black Fear of God tag on the outer heel that's hard to see, but that's kind of what I like about them. These were designed with the intention to be subtle, and if you know, you know, and if you don't, it's just a clean pair of kicks.
If you know, you know.
Back to the laces. Both came with these optional cream laces. The 86 lows are rope laces, and the LA runners are flat laces with metal rubber coated aglets. No one will ever notice, but it's still a nice touch. I think I like the clay laces better on both pairs, but we'll find out in a minute. Another thing I noticed is while the 86 lows have more padding in the tongue, both pairs have these 8 soft pillows that line the inner tongues. It's hard to see, but they get progressively smaller as they move closer to the toe area. Nice touch, and I'm sure they add some extra comfort, but speaking of comfort, I wouldn't exactly call either of these pairs comfortable. They're good enough for sure, but on foot, they both feel like an old school pair of kicks. Regarding fit, both fit true to size, but I noticed in my true size, there's still a bit of extra space in the toe area for both pairs. I think that's due to this pointy design. Regarding the midsoles on both pairs, they're actually pretty firm, unlike Ultra Boost, for example, but they still get the job done. On the LA Runners, I do like this breathable ripstop material. The only downside to this material is the exposed toe knuckle you might see from time to time. Also, if you're someone like me who likes to pop the tongue, these might not be for you because these tongues stay flush with the shoe and they are very non-poppable. Now let's swap in these optional cream laces and see how they look. Okay, here we are. I'm not completely mad at this. It's a nice look and I can see this working, but I bought this because they're so low key and I think the clay laces do a better job of keeping them more subtle. I'll stick with the clay for now, but I'm glad I at least tried these. In conclusion, I love all these collabs in 2024 that can't seem to sell out, and I love scoring them for under retail. I would never have bought these at full price, but for 40% off, I'm all in. I'm not sure how long this reseller market slump will last, but I'll enjoy it while it does. If I had to describe both of these pairs, I would quote Adidas. They are functional performance tech with a luxury aesthetic. If I had to pick a favorite, I'd go with the LA Runners. They're more comfortable, more versatile, and they cost less. Plus, I prefer the runner profile. Anyway, that's my video on the Adidas Fear of God LA Runner and 86 Lows in the clay colorway. I hope you liked it. If you did, please drop a like and please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Also, check me out on Instagram and TikTok at E21Life. Thanks again for watching. Here's a few more shots. And until next time, stay safe, everyone. Peace.
Felt like nobody understood me. Product of the city, kept it solid like it should be. Chances I ain't never take, we never saw what it could be. No way, no way. So many people call me fake, cause I took a step out. Hood baby took it farther than the south. I'm like, tell me where to go. Even in my high signs, I be feeling low. Secrets deep inside, looking for answers, let me know. Pain in my eyes, vision blurry. Peace in my mind, don't worry. In need of direction. Tired of chasing perfection. Took a lot of L's on the road to redemption, and no exception. I need some clarity. Not begging for prosperity. I need some clarity. Open my eyes, Lord. Open my eyes, Lord. I'm sick and tired of being tired. Tired of being sick. In my head 24/7, how I'm supposed to pay the rent. Missing practice, I don't play. Friday nights we on the bench, tryna come up with a play. If it don't work, then hit a lick. So if knocking at my door, praying they ain't tell. I'm studying her word prayer. Baby excel, got away with way too much. Shoulda got expelled, but the school saw my potential. Smart kid tryna rebel. Yeah. Even in them darkest times, I be feeling bold. Secrets deep inside, looking for answers. Let me know. Pain in my eyes.